Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Wednesday, December 22nd market update. Had another decent day in the market. Kind of a mixed results on stocks. There's such light volume that most of the stocks that are breaking out, I mean, some that are breaking out are holding them, some aren't, or some are breaking out to a new 52-week high and then just barely closing over it. There's not like that big, move higher on a lot of the breakouts. Like, for example, if you look at Apple. So, yeah, and I'm seeing that divergence on the MACD. So I don't know if we'll have a pullback the first of the year or not, but I still think it's possible that we could have a little bit of a pullback and then possibly push higher. I'm pretty bullish still, but we'll see. And a lot of leaders have quit leading. The ones that have been leading us up for the last few months, a lot of them are taking a rest, which is a good thing. It's healthy. So the dollar and copper were mostly flat today. Gold and silver were down, and oil was up. Light sweet crude futures were up 66 cents to settle at $90.48 a barrel. So we're over the $90 mark. So looking at the dollar ETF, it's hanging in there. It didn't move a whole lot today, obviously. Over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point for your chart. Same thing. So we're still moving higher. Still got this price objective of $105 a barrel, and we're headed that direction. It looks like. Over to the start out with the S&P, since it had the larger percent gain today at 0.34%, and it continues to push a little bit higher thanks to the financials helping power the S&P higher. Take a look at the Russell. Now, after the Russell led us up for about 4 days straight there, it was the weakest today, so it was just flat on the day. So like I said, and it's been in this kind of this rising wedge and still hanging out right there. So but we'll see if it can go much higher. Had a little bit, I mean, definitely pulled back, having some resistance up here, I think somewhere around this trend line, depending on how you draw the trend line. But and look at the Dow also moving a little bit higher, and then the Nasdaq also up slightly, taking out the previous high. So look at gold via GLD. It's fine. It's just hanging out. It's been doing that. A lot of the market's just kind of hanging out right here. I mean, the overall market is not. You'd think with the indices moving up higher, the overall market would be going higher, but that's not the case at all when you look across the bigger picture of stocks. Silver also just didn't move a whole lot of anything today, down just a little bit, but still holding up. Copper put in mostly going sideways here, up just a hair, mostly flat. And the euro, so euro still just made it look like a little bit lower low than that day, but did close closer to the high than to the low, not moving a whole lot. And then the VIX volatility index, it's just there's just none here. I'm sure we're going to get a bounce and some volatility, which soon. I mean, we're just down 6.31% just today, so we'll see what happens here on the VIX going into next week. We have a lot of data out tomorrow too, which I'll go over here shortly. And let's go take a look at the McClellan oscillator. It's the NYSE McClellan. So 2279 for NYSE. So let's look at the NASDAQ also, because it's been a little bit higher. So we're certainly not overbought. Yeah, we're not overbought on any one. So we 26. So we need to be up higher here. But this kind of slow movement doesn't seem to move this McClellan oscillator a whole lot when we move this slow up or down, either direction. Over to the sectors. So 12 of the 16 sectors have all finished in the green. The home construction index had a large percent gain, up 2.34%. Gold index was the weakest again today, actually, down 0.77%. So banks, biotech, broker dealers, all utilities were all doing pretty well. Retail software was a little weak. Industrial transportation and gold in the red. And of course, volume is like 50% less than average today. Super light volume. All right, so over to ChartWatch. I'm going to note a couple of these the ETFs. EDC, the emerging market bull 3 times in this symmetrical triangle. So it's either at resistance here or at breakout. MACD is pointing back up. DRN, 3 times real estate bull. This one already had broken out here, and then it's heading higher. Could have a little, could turn into an ascending type pattern here and have some resistance here, right? Because it touched and we got rejected. So we'll see what it does here, and it could pull clear back down into here or to here, or it may go higher. Won't know till it shows its hand. VNQ, the REIT ETF, another one that's broke out above the this downtrend line. Now it's up into like an ascending triangle type pattern. It's got resistance here as well. And DDR, Developers Diversified Realty Group, broke out of this triangle here 2 days ago. Still looks good. Hess making just a teensy bit higher. That's what I'm talking about. These stocks is creeping higher and no really a volume, of course, to make them really push and break higher like we would normally see in a little bit stronger environment with more volume. JP Morgan, nice breakout out of this ascending pattern with lots of volume there. And of course, Wells Fargo is the one I really like. It's probably been is the strongest of the group here, and like this, and continue higher. Goldman Sachs looks like it's getting close to, it needs to take out this prior high here of 170.92, but it's getting up close to either resistance or to break higher. Morgan Stanley, nice breakout here today, and had a little higher than average volume, so it was a nice breakout. Should see some higher prices hit there. BHP up against the resistance, or it could break higher. MT, had a nice breakout here with lots of volume, and it is holding right around that level as some support. Northrop Grumman, breakout today over this this downtrending line, and it had this tight consolidation pattern. It took out this prior high here and did break higher. BAC continues higher, still looks good. Flowserve making a new 52-week high, going higher, looks good. Disney, nice breakout of ascending triangle pattern on Disney today. And PXP, another one breaking higher. MDC, this is a little go a little further out here. So this one's looks like it has bottomed possibly, right? It had a nice breakout here, lots of volume coming in. Now it's up to a little bit of resistance. I like to see it clear this 30 and move higher, or maybe possibly a bull flag to buy it. This is in the construction services. Of course, that whole industry's been doing really well. So watch this one. Look like it has put in a bottom possibly. A1, nice symmetrical triangle, it was breaking out today, pulled back, so watch it over today's high. ATPG, another one that's nice ascending pattern. Like to see it get over this 1650 area, clear that out of the ascending triangle. Of course, a lot of the stocks have been doing really well. PPL looks like it's put in a bottom. Call it a double bottom. It's touched a whole bunch of times down here, but it has taken it out to the upside here. So could catch a decent little bit of a move of about $1 or so. More than that, maybe $1.50 higher, somewhere around there. BAV, another ascending type triangle pattern to keep your eye on, and it looks like it's holding the uptrend line as support. ABC. So this is a nice breakout above this, what has been some resistance here at this uptrend line, and lots of volume coming in here. So again, I like to see it some consolidate, or because it's had so much buying and moved so fast. I like to at least see some consolidation, be healthy, and then possibly buy it then. Camden Properties, this wedge, this rising wedge, it's up against some resistance. Looks like it got volume. It could break out. In fact, quite a few of the REITs are looking pretty good. Of course, Toll Brothers even breaking higher. It's been on the move after it broke out of the symmetrical triangle. Now it has broken out over this previous high here. AGU still looking really good. Still, had all this volume coming in here. Still in this triangle pattern, and did have a little resistance there at the line. But if it can break out, jump on board that one. IPI still holding its breakout. Looks good. Mosaic right there at the, it looks like in a descending triangle, but it looks like it's right there at the point of breakout possibly, and to move higher. And I talked about this also yesterday. FXI, I'm watching it closely. Falling wedge, had lots of volume, breakout, nice little tiny, didn't do much of anything today, just an inside day of this candle here with no volume behind it. So, and watching that, I'm watching also part of China's watching the Sienna here. It had already broken out yesterday. It's still holding it. Looks like it could go higher. Watching Sohu to see if it can put on a bottom here and hold that 65. And if FXI goes higher, that should pull that with it possibly. And Travel Zoo right at the this uptrend line. It looks like it's holding it right here. So again, like to see it, watch it move higher if the FXI moves higher. And Baidu's still holding up well. It had a big bounce off this 95 and still holding above 100 and looking pretty good. So on deck tomorrow, we actually have a lot of data. So we got weekly jobless claims out tomorrow. We're going to get the monthly personal income and outlays, and we're going to get the monthly durable goods orders, and all that is at 8:30 a.m. Then we're going to have the monthly consumer sentiment number at 9:55 a.m., the monthly new home sales at 10 a.m., and then the weekly night gas report at 10:30 a.m. Of course, all in Eastern time. So a lot of data tomorrow. Some of it could push the market around some. And that's really all I have for today. So thanks for watching.